So once again, here is Fidel. Just to finish about the interview process. And now I want to speak about what should happen after the interview, just immediately after and afterwards now. Because you expect feedback, you want to know if you got the job or if you never made it, reasons why you never made it. So now what must you do? Just immediately after interview. Number one is very critical. Just send a gratitude note. Just express gratitude for the opportunity through an email or any media available for you. Just send back a note and tell them, you know what, I am very grateful for the opportunity and I hope the feedback I am expecting is going to be positive. I am ready to work, blah, 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 blah. However, I'll expect your determination. I will accept your determination. Very important. Yeah, just be calmly and be calm and be kind. That speaks much about your level of professionalism. Yeah. So just tell them a note to tell them thank you for the opportunity, for the session, for the interaction. It was fulfilling. Absolutely. And number two, sometimes people are very patient when they are waiting for the responses. At every time you're making a call, imefika wapi? What have we done so far? Should I expect? No. Be patient because already you are told how to expect communication, after how long, what method, how. So be patient. Just be patient, right? Don't keep on asking. Trust is very important in this process, and always project a positive attitude. Always project a positive attitude, as you wait, because patience is a virtue. When you look impatient, you are actually, projecting desperation. And we said, do not be desperate. Okay? Very nice. Then, now, prepare your mind either way for acceptance and for rejection. You can be accepted for the job and they can still reject your application. So be ready to manage either way. Obviously, an acceptance is a welcome eventuality, but a rejection is an unwelcome eventuality. But regardless, you must focus. Okay? Be ready to first manage a rejection. You can be told yes or no. So when they tell you yes, fine. When they tell you no, have stopgap measures. Develop a thick skin. Have options. Just be there and don't be extremely optimistic. Be there. Just expect anything and manage a rejection. Very well, very well, and be graceful. Say you did your best, but most and more important, seek to understand why, because that will make you ready now for the next interview. It's simple, just simple. Okay. During follow-up, also balance on your persistency. Use good language. Seek to know the progress and the status of your application. But while you do that, your demeanor should be good. You should be respectful. You should be, projecting somebody who is professional and who understands what they are doing. I repeat, don't project desperation. Don't project desperation. Okay? And finally, about these things about interviews, this is now my umbrella summation to the whole theme of interviews. All right? Make sure that your CVs are professional. Make sure your cover letter is up to date. Some people write cover letters. A cover letter is an application letter, and they use the same cover letter to apply for different jobs with different job descriptions and functionalities and responsibilities. And there are some we call application time trackers, or there are systems which can be used to track applications. And some of us forget to edit the cover letter so that you will send a cover letter which was meant to a different institution, to another institution. What are you doing to yourself? All the time, take your time, write a letter which speaks to the requirements of the job that you're seeking to get. All right? Do not be a careless or a lazy person. Okay? You also must tailor your CV into the requirements of the job. So don't use one CV to apply for 10 jobs because chances are that you get none. That is a common practice that has landed people in trouble. Not in trouble because someone will take you to court, but in trouble because then you don't get a job. And all the time people think that they are not fit, they are not qualified for the job. No, you may be the most qualified person. But these days, companies are looking for the key things looking for in their application. So a system will be able to identify which CVs meet for the keywords they are looking for. And then because the CV you used for the last 2 years is the one you're using today, and you think that then you plan for a job. I can tell you, you will not get it. That's a fact. So we must constantly update our curriculum vitae or our resumes and constantly rewrite our cover letters. We must always accustom them to the requirements of the jobs, specific jobs that we apply. You cannot have a universal CV for all jobs. You cannot have a universal cover letter or application letter for all jobs. No, it cannot be. It cannot be. All right? Very important. So, it's important that we do so all the time. You must believe in yourself and know that you're the best in the field. But as you do so, understand that people will measure how best you are. It is your responsibility to project you as the best person. And sometimes they are not looking at the skills you possess. They are looking at you as a person. What are the attributes that makes you the person you are? What are your characteristics? What defines you? What is your attitude? That is important. That is important. Your attitude, very important. Because people think that because you've monumental papers, you have monstrous volumes of papers now that you think you're very qualified. That is not true. You will be defined by your character. What defines you? We must work on ourselves to become better people, not even professionally, but socially, because teamwork is of essence. There is nothing, there is no company, there is no organization, there is no institution where teamwork is not endured. How can you fit in a system? Some of us are social misfits. Some of us maladjust. And those are things which are very dangerous. So now, these days, recruiters are looking for how can you fit in a system. You may be a newcomer. You may be, a novice. You may just have, entered the field. But then, what are you offering? How can you be able to belong? Are you ready to learn and continue the process? Or you are the know-it-all? Those are very important things. So recruiters are looking for such attributes. And those are things that we must constantly work on. And that should obviously be visible on our CVs. And finally, you must be honest with the information you give so that you don't raise expectations and you don't lower expectations. Speak about yourself. Don't exaggerate your qualifications. If you don't know something, say you don't know. Some people go to the interview and just say everything, like they know everything. No. If you don't know, say you don't know, but given time, you can find out. It's important. Let us have honest conversations. All right? And that's important. So I'm wishing all job seekers the best, and may you find favor, and may you take my advice very seriously, and you will not regret. Thank you very much. Adios.